Welcome back to the Black Experience. Today, we embark on a riveting journey through the extraordinary life of one of the most influential figures in the civil rights movement. Get ready as we count down the top 15 moments in the life of Malcolm X, from his early struggles as Detroit Red to his transformation into El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz. 1. Malcolm X was born. Our journey begins on a fateful day in Omaha, Nebraska. On May 19, 1925, Malcolm Little entered the world as the fourth of 7 children born to Earl and Louise Little. Raised in a household deeply committed to Marcus Garvey's Black nationalism movement, the stage was set for Malcolm's future activism. 2. Malcolm's father dies. Tragedy struck the Little family in 1929 when their home in Lansing, Michigan, was ruthlessly burned down, leaving them displaced and devastated. The flames consumed not just their physical belongings, but also their sense of security and stability. It was during this tumultuous time that young Malcolm witnessed firsthand the destructive forces of hatred and racism. Just 2 years later, the Little family faced yet another heartbreaking blow. Malcolm's father, Earl, met a tragic and untimely end when he was fatally struck by a car. Although officially ruled an accident, the circumstances surrounding Earl's death cast a dark shadow of suspicion over the Black community. The Littles had long endured ongoing harassment from a local white supremacist group, leading many to believe that Earl's death might have been more than a mere accident. 3. Malcolm drops out of school. Malcolm X faced adversity and racism from a young age, but his dreams of becoming a lawyer were dashed when a teacher callously dismissed them as unrealistic for someone of his race. Frustrated by this prejudice, Malcolm made the bold decision to drop out of school after completing the 8th grade, seeking a fresh start. 4. Malcolm moves to Boston. In 1941, Boston called out to Malcolm, offering him a haven of comfort and refuge in the company of his sister, Ella. Unbeknownst to him, this seemingly ordinary move would ignite a series of events that would redefine his life and leave an indelible mark on history. It was during his time in Boston that Malcolm X acquired the moniker Detroit Red, a nickname that would come to symbolize both his vibrant presence and the complex journey he was about to undertake. With his fiery red hair as his trademark, Malcolm stood out in the bustling streets of Boston. The fusion of his distinctive appearance and his roots in Detroit, where he had spent significant years of his childhood, earned him the nickname Detroit Red. This appellation became a symbol of his individuality and set the stage for the transformative path that lay ahead. As Detroit Red, Malcolm started to develop a reputation as a charismatic and street-savvy figure. He became involved in various activities, including gambling, drug dealing, and other illicit ventures. This period of his life was marked by a sense of rebellion and a desire to carve out a place for himself in a society that had repeatedly marginalized and oppressed him. 5. Malcolm declared unfit for military service. World War II loomed large, and in 1943, Malcolm X was ordered to register for the military. However, he was deemed mentally unfit for service, altering the trajectory of his life in profound ways. 6. Malcolm arrested for burglary. Malcolm X's life took a turn when he was arrested for burglary. During his prison term, Malcolm X immersed himself in reading and education, expanding his knowledge and understanding of the struggles faced by Black people throughout history. He realized the power of self-education and self-empowerment, sparking a lifelong thirst for knowledge. Additionally, prison taught him effective communication and oratory skills by participating in debates, engaging in discussions with fellow inmates, and refining his ability to articulate his thoughts and ideas, which played a crucial role in his later role as a powerful public speaker. 7. Malcolm converts to the Nation of Islam. Imprisoned but not defeated, through these intellectual pursuits, Malcolm encountered the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam, which provided him with a renewed sense of purpose and a radical shift in his beliefs and ideologies. Malcolm X's spiritual journey was also shaped by extensive reading on Islam, providing him with a sense of identity and moral values. Overall, his time in prison was a period of self-discovery, intellectual growth, and solidified commitment to fighting for the rights of Black people. 8. Malcolm changes his surname. Upon his release from prison in 1952, Malcolm X wholeheartedly embraced the Nation of Islam, becoming an ardent advocate for the organization. As a powerful symbol of his personal transformation and rejection of his African ancestral name, he chose to change his last name to X. The name X represented the eradication of his original surname, which he considered to be a remnant of the oppressive legacy of slavery. By adopting the name X, Malcolm X reclaimed his identity and asserted his autonomy. It signified his liberation from the chains of a name given to his ancestors by their oppressors and represented his newfound commitment to the cause of Black empowerment. Malcolm X's decision to change his last name was a profound act of self-empowerment and a declaration of his determination to redefine himself on his own terms. 9. Malcolm gets married. In January 1958, Malcolm X found love and stability when he married Betty Sanders. Both adopted the X surname and had 6 children together. The marriage of Malcolm X and Betty X represented not only a personal union, but also a shared dedication to the advancement and empowerment of the Black community. Despite the tragic loss of Malcolm X, Betty El-Shabazz continued to raise their children and carry forward their shared ideals. 10. Malcolm leaves the Nation of Islam. Dissatisfied with the rigidity of the Nation of Islam's religious teachings, Malcolm X made a monumental decision on March 8, 1964. Malcolm X's decision to publicly break from the Nation of Islam had far-reaching consequences. As tensions escalated, threats on his life intensified, leaving him in constant danger. His departure from the organization meant severing ties with the once powerful support network, leading to social isolation. Nevertheless, Malcolm X remained resolute in his pursuit of social justice, establishing the Organization of Afro-American Unity and forging a new path in his civil rights journey. 11. Malcolm X meets Martin Luther King Jr. On March 26, 1964, the two civil rights leaders converged in Washington, D.C. During a pivotal moment in the fight for equal rights, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. shared a historic encounter, symbolizing the unity and diversity within the movement. 12. Malcolm visits the Mecca. Undertaking a life-altering pilgrimage to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, on April 13, 1964, Malcolm X's perspective underwent a profound transformation. Surrounded by Muslims from diverse cultures, races, and backgrounds, he embraced the ideals of unity and equality, forever changing his worldview. 13. Malcolm's home is firebombed. In June 1964, the Nation of Islam filed a lawsuit to regain ownership of Malcolm X's residence in Queens and won. The situation escalated when, the night before a hearing to delay the eviction, tragedy struck. Malcolm X's home was targeted and subjected to a devastating firebombing, reducing it to ruins. Miraculously, Malcolm X, along with his family, survived the attack. This shocking act of violence further heightened the threats and dangers they faced, amplifying the urgency for their safety and security. 14. Malcolm X is assassinated. The world was shaken on February 21, 1965, when Malcolm X was assassinated during a meeting of the Organization of Afro-American Unity. Shot multiple times, he tragically succumbed to his injuries at the young age of 39, leaving behind an indelible legacy that shocked the world. It's worth noting that the 2 men initially convicted of his assassination were later exonerated in 2021, unveiling a deeper layer of intrigue. 15. Malcolm's funeral. Malcolm X's funeral became a poignant symbol of his immense influence and impact. Thousands of mourners, including prominent civil rights leaders, gathered to pay their respects, mourning the loss of a remarkable individual who forever changed the course of history. As we conclude our countdown of the top 15 moments in Malcolm X's life, we are reminded of the enduring power of determination, enlightenment, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. His legacy continues to inspire generations of activists, fueling the flame of change. Join us next time as we uncover more captivating stories from the annals of history. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from history. Thank you for watching.